Hello everyone, welcome you all to this new video. So in my previous video, I had discussed with the concepts related to comparators. In that we have discussed the basic definition of a comparator, and in additional to that we have discussed the two important kinds of magnitude comparators, that is 1 bit and 2 bit magnitude comparators. Okay, so those two comparators are very important, guys. Any one of them, there are high chances that they might be asking it. So those who have not seen that video, please go and watch it. It is just available before this video. Okay, in this video, based on your syllabus, we are going to be continuing with the concepts of decoders, and in additional to that we are going to see the concepts of encoders. Okay, firstly we will see the concept of decoders, and if you understand decoders correctly, then easily you could be understanding encoders also. It is just opposite to that of decoders. Okay, so very easy, guys. This is the easiest concept of this module. Just listen to it very carefully. What and all I tell, that many things you need to be writing it in your exams. Okay, so yeah, let us start with the concept of decoders. Okay, so first let us see what do you mean by a decoder. A decoder is a combinational circuit. Okay, it is a combinational circuit because it consists of the combination of inputs and outputs, and based on that the functioning would be taking place with respect to the interrelationship between inputs and outputs. Okay, so this combinational circuit, it has n inputs and 2 to the power n outputs. Okay, so these two terms you need to be remembering very carefully. It consists of n inputs and 2 to the power n outputs. Okay, for example, if you take the value of n as 1, then 2 to the power 1 2, so the it would be consisting of one inputs and two outputs. Okay, so this is the basic order of the decoder which you need to be remembering. And outputs, one on the wire corresponding to the binary number, is represented by the inputs. That is, in the output stages, since there are 2 to the power n possible outputs, right, and each output would be operating on one single bit. Okay, so that's why that single bit wire is that corresponds to the binary number either 0 or 1, which is represented by the inputs. Okay, in additional to that inputs and outputs, we are having some additional terms or pins which are called as enable inputs. Okay, this could be either 0 or 1. Okay, because the functioning of enable is very important in order to be work in order for the working of the decoder, because these are the very important pins which decides the bit positions in each of the output pins. That is, there are only two options in enable, either 0 or 1. If the enable bit is active low, that is when the enable is equal to 0, then all the output pins, right, all the output bits would be equal to 0. Okay, if it is 1, any one of the possible outputs based on the combination of inputs would be equal to 1. Okay, so those conditions are called as active high enable input and active low enable input. So that will let you know in the later stage. Okay, so for the time being, just note down this diagram. This is the basic block diagram or the general structure of a decoder. Okay, yeah, one of these outputs will be active high based on the combination of inputs present when the decoder is enabled. As I've told you, when the decoder is enabled, it means that when enable is 1, one of the output pins should be high. Okay, the outputs of the decoder are nothing but the min terms of n. Okay, so the whatever outputs we get, right, 2 to the power n outputs, those are nothing but the min terms of the n data inputs which are used for representation. Okay, so now let us see one simple example with respect to the value of n here is equal to 2, because you see here, if we substitute the value of n as 2, we would be getting 2, and 2 to the power n, 2 square is 4. So 2 is to 4 decoder. Okay, so this is the order for this. We'll see what do you mean by this 2 is to 4 decoder with active high enable input. Okay, there is a high chance that one direct question they might be asking to realize a 2 is to 4 decoder with active high enable input with the dog block diagram, truth table, and the logic diagram. Okay, if they ask like that, what and all you need to be writing, let us see. Firstly, write the definition of 2 is to 4 decoder. As the name suggests, it has two inputs. Okay, given two random variables, that is a and b, four outputs y3, y2, y1, and y0 as shown in the figure. It consists of active high enable input pin, that is, you see here an enable pin is there which is high, so that's why it is equal to 1. All the inputs and outputs are active high signals. Okay, so this is the basic block diagram of a 2 is to 4 decoder. It consists of two inputs a and b with the enable pin and four outputs y0, y1, y2, y3. Okay, it only operates in one bit. Okay, one bit operation is taking place in this decoders. Okay, that thing you need to be remembering. This is the block diagram, and this one note you need to be making a note of, which is very important. That is, if enable e is 0, all the four outputs would be zero. Okay, I've told you this. Again, I'll tell you, if the value of enable pin is zero, all the four outputs, whatever is there, all the bits would be equal to zero. Okay, but when enable E is one, that is in the operating stage, one of these four outputs based on the combination of inputs would be equal to one. Okay, so that is shown in the truth table here. So this is the truth table of a 2 is to 4 decoder. Okay, so you see here it consists of two inputs, so that's why there are totally four combinations: 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Four outputs: y3 y2 y1 y0. How the outputs are decided, you see here, for the first combination 0 0, y0 is equal to 1. For 0 1, y1 is equal to 1. For 1 0, y2 is equal to 1. And for 1 1, y3 is equal to 1. Rest all the bits are 0. Like this, the truth table is formed for a simple 2 is to 4 decoder circuit. Okay, and with respect to this truth table, we could be designing the Boolean functions for all the output variables y0, y1, y2, y3. That is, you see here, y0 is equal to a bar, b bar. Why? Because y0 is high for the combination 0 0, right? And we know that 0 0 can be represented as a bar, b bar. Okay, y1 is equal to a bar, b, y2 is equal to a, b bar, y3 is equal to a, b. Okay, like this, you could be writing the Boolean functions for a 2 is to 4 decoder. Okay, after that, the logic diagram, again the very easy thing, what you need to be doing, since these two are getting multiplied, so we need to be using AND gate, and for the complements we need to be taking the NOT gates and drawing the simple logic diagram. Okay, so what they have done, they have taken two inputs along with its complements, and based on that the direct connections are given all of them to AND gate, because these are getting multiplied, right? And like that, all the outputs are getting generated in this logic diagram. And this complete diagram is called as the logic diagram of a 2 is to 4 decoder with active high enable input. Okay, so this is for active high, but for active low, I've told you, right, all the connections would be equal to zero, so therefore we won't be having any output in case of active low. Okay, the outputs are only existed for active high enable inputs only. Okay, yeah, so this is one example. Next we are having same thing. Now the order is changed. From 2 is to 4, we are having 3 is to 8. Okay, here there only one change. The inputs are 3, there is one enable pin, and outputs are 2 to the power 3, that is 8 outputs starting from y7 up to y0. Okay, this is the block diagram, and the truth table also is assigned in the same way. That is, for 3 inputs we are having 8 combinations starting from 0 0 0 up to 1 1 1. That is, you see here, for 0 0 0, y0 is 1, and it goes on up to the final order. And for each terms, we could be writing the Boolean functions, that is y0, y1, y2 up to y7. And for these all the 8 combinations, you could be drawing the logic diagram as shown below. Okay, for 3 inputs and its complements, all of them are connected through the NAND gate, and we are having one pulse that is called as clock pulse, which is common for all the AND gates. Okay, like this, you could be drawing the logic diagram for a 3 is to 8 decoder with active high enable input. Okay, so yeah, please note it down, this is very important. Now let's get to some realization of 3 is to 8 decoders, which are very important. One of the question would be definitely asked with, related to implementing the 3 is to 8 decoder for the following functions. Okay, so I'll discuss two examples of different kinds. One of them would be definitely asked. Listen to it very carefully. Realization of Boolean function using 3 is to 8 decoder. So here this is the question given, one simple question they have given. Using a single 3 is to 8 decoder, realize the function f1. Since it is a 3 input, 3 is to 8, it consists of 3 inputs, so the 3 variables are there, x2, x1, x0, and they have given it as sum of minterms, that is sigma m is equal to sigma m of 1 2 4 5, and f2 is sigma m of 1 5 7. For these two functions, you need to be representing this in the 3 is to 8 decoder. Okay, very simple. What to do? Just first draw the basic block of 3 is to 8 decoder, 3 inputs and 8 outputs starting from 0 to 7. Then based on number of sum of minterms given, that is 1 2 4 5, all these 4 pins 1 2 4 and 5, all of them you give it to an OR gate. Why we should be giving to OR gate? Because this is summation, right? So all this would be getting summed up in this OR gate, and we would be getting the function f1. Similarly for f2, it is 1 5 7. Take from here 1 5 and 7, give them to OR gate, and like this you could be representing the f2 function. Okay, so this is simple, right? Now this is for sum of product. Now you could be doing the same thing for POS, that is product of sum. How that is represented, you see here, very easy. You should be remembering one thing in mind. In the 3 is to 8 decoder block, only OR gates are used. We are not using AND gates. You could be thinking, since there is product of max terms, you could be directly using AND gates. But no, it supports only OR gates. For that, what you need to be doing is you need to be converting the product of max terms into sum of min terms. Okay, I'll tell you how to do it. It's very easy. So you see the question here. Using a single 3 is to 8 decoder, realize F1 of product of max terms, that is 0, 1, 3, 5, and F2, that is 1, 3, 6, 7. Okay, these are the two functions given, F1 and F2. This is the basic block of 3 is to 8 decoder. And you see here they have given product of max terms for both these cases. You need to be remembering that since there are 3 inputs and totally there would be 8 combinations starting from 0 to 7. How to convert it? It's very easy. You see here in product of max terms, they have given 0, 1, 3, 5, right? Apart from these terms, from 0 to 7, which and all are missing, right? That you write it in terms of sum of min terms. Okay, you see here from 0 to 7, which and all terms are missing in this group? 0, 1 is there, 2 is missing, 3 is there, 4 is missing, 6, 7 is missing. Okay, so like this, pi m could be converted to sigma m for these two cases. Here also see here 1, 3, 6, 7. This, in order to convert it into sum of min terms, which all terms are missing, that you need to be writing, that is 0, 2, 4, 5. Now it is converted into sum of min terms, and now you could be representing this in this block. Okay, that is 2, 4, 6, 7. Give it here for the function f1, and 0, 2, 4, 5, 0, 2, 4, and 5. You give it to this OR gate and get the value of f2. Okay, like this you could be realizing the given functions in terms of function in terms of 3 is to 8 decoder. Okay, very easy guys, very important, please go through it. Now we'll see one more important concept under 3 is to 8 decoder only, that is realization of 3 is to 8 decoder using NAND gates. Okay, there are high chance that they might be asking this question also, so please listen to it what you need to be doing. In case if they ask this question, first thing is write the truth table using NAND gates, because for NAND gates the truth table gets slightly changed. Okay, first things first, write 3 inputs and 8 outputs. Okay, here write the all the combination of inputs. But now in NAND gates, whichever output gets selected, right, for the first combination, as you know, z naught gets selected, that would be low, lest all the signals would be high. Okay, like this, for each of the combination you should be incrementing the values. That is, you see here for 0, 0, 0, z naught is 0, rest all the terms are 1. For 0, 0, 1, z1 is 0, rest all the terms are 1, and it goes on. Okay, like this for the 3 is to 8 decoder using NAND gate truth tables you need to be drawing, and for each of them you could be representing them using the Boolean functions under 3 is to 8 decoder. You see here z0 is equal to, you know, the z0 is active low, so it would be x2, x2 bar, x1 bar, x0 bar, the whole bar. Why the whole bar? Because we see here we are having 0, right? So in order to represent in the whole bar, you need to be writing it as uh, complement. So that's why now if you apply the De Morgan's theorem, you would be getting x2 plus x1 plus x0, that is max term m0. Okay, like this for all this thing you do it and draw the basic block diagram of the 3 is to 8 decoder for 3 inputs and 8 outputs. Okay, using NAND gates. So this, hope this is clear. Please draw it. Okay, it's very important. Okay, so this is all about decoder part. If you want, there are some additional problems just for realization part. If you want, you just go through it. Okay, so this PDF I will be putting in the video's description. Go and access it and go through these sums. Okay, very important ones. Now let's get to the encoders. So yeah, encoders. As I've told you, if you understand decoders easily, you could be analyzing the encoders as well. Okay, it is just the opposite of decoder. You see here, an encoder is a combinational circuit that performs the reverse operation of decoder. That is, in decoders we are having the order as n is to 2 to the power n, right? But whereas in case of encoder, it is 2 to the power n is to n. Okay, it consists of 2 to the power n inputs and n outputs. Okay, so you see here, this is that block diagram of an encoder. It consists of 2 to the power n inputs and n number of outputs. Okay, here if you want, you know, you have to remember one thing in encoder. In encoder, we are not having any enable signals. Okay, directly the input and output signals would be there, and you should be representing it. Okay, so you see here 8 is to 3 line encoder, that is also called as octal to binary encoder. It is represented like this. Okay, it consists of 8 inputs and 3 outputs. For that, the truth table is also given here. So in the truth table, it is just opposite to that of decoder. It consists of 8 inputs starting from Y7 up to Y0 and 3 outputs A2, A1, A0. Okay. First input you need to be considering when y naught is high, then next input y1 is high. Up to that, for all the 8 combinations up to y7 is high, you need to be writing it in terms of 8 bits. And in order to write it in terms of 3 bits, again take the necessary combinations and write all of them. Okay, starting from 000 up to 111. And easily you all these inputs and outputs could be represented in terms of Boolean functions and be drawn here. Okay, yeah. So this is for 8 is to 3 octal to binary encoder, circuit diagram, truth table, and the block diagram. Okay, please note it down, this is very important. And here are some of the drawbacks of encoder while we compare it with the decoder. Okay, if you want to read it, yeah, because there is nothing much to explain in encoder here, but in decoder there are a lot of things to explain. And in exam also there are high chances that they might be asking the question related to decoder. Okay, yeah. So this was it, guys. In the next video we would be discussing with the concepts of multiplexers, so stay tuned.